Alright, hello and welcome back. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name's Christiane, otherwise known here as IHeartAirbrush. And today I just want to go ahead and just dive into makeup. I wanted to do a soft wearable fall look. I wanted to give myself a little bit more coverage because, as you will see at the start of the makeup portion, my skin is going through it, okay? And that does explain my absence. I did have a very, I wouldn't say bad, but it was pretty bad. I had a bad allergic reaction to a new skincare product that I had been using, and I started using a bunch of products, so it was really hard and it took a while for me to narrow down what was making my skin react so much. So I finally figured out what it was, and I've been able to cut it out, and my skin has started to recover. I did not plan to be gone as long as I was gone, but it was just hard to go try to get motivated and put makeup on and be on camera when my skin wasn't optimal. So you will go ahead and see how I went ahead and covered up my reaction that I have going on now. What's left of the reaction, it's not fully healed, but it's still there and it's pretty apparent on the skin. So hopefully this will inspire you and show you a little bit about the coverage that you can get with airbrush makeup, especially if your skin is going through it. It's really a great option if your skin is irritated because it's hypoallergenic and it's clean and it's sanitary and all of that good stuff. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive into this beautiful look, and without further ado, because I know I can ramble on, let's just go ahead and dive into the makeup. Alright, so hello, and feast your eyes on this skin. Yes, as you can see, my skin's still fairly irritated all around. Got a lot of redness, a lot of bumps. So I'm going to take my Kett 0.25mm airbrush and the products that I use in my Skin But Better routine. I'll go ahead and put a card for my video here so you'll know what I'm using. The majority of the time in my already really fast makeup routine, a lot of it goes to concealing and foundation. So I'm just going to go ahead and conceal my blemishes like so and speed through it. That way you don't get bored, you know. But I'm pretty much just doing the same thing that I always do, and you can see this more in depth in my Skin But Better routine video. Then I'm going to go in with Honey Beige from the Neutralizing Camouflage line and just add a layer to go ahead and even out my natural discoloration, as well as any discoloration that may have come up from concealing my blemishes with that lighter shade. I just want to make sure that everything is nice and even and we have a good blank canvas to start with. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and go in with cream concealer. This is the perfect time to apply cream concealer to the under eye area if you are using creams. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to the under eye and prep the lids with the same concealer as well before I go in with my foundation, my airbrush foundation. Now I'm going to go ahead and swap out my 0.25mm airbrush for my JX2 and apply the Colair Radiance line in the shade Golden Olive just to the face like so, in a nice even layer. This is going to make the coverage more toward medium and full. Alright, so the next step is blush, and here I'm using Dinair's Glamour shade Bronze Rose. Now I left this segment in just to go ahead and show you that one drop can go really, really far. As you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and build up in light layers, going back and forth throughout the areas that I want to go ahead and add that flush to. Just layering it up nice and light. That's going to give you a really nice natural finish, and it's also going to ensure that you don't over apply. So I like to do it this way. Blush, bronzer, and highlighter are actually some of the quickest parts in my routine. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of show you in real time. This is, you know, how quick it is. Next, I'm going to go in with bronzer. And for bronzer, I'm using, I believe this is Soft Glow shade Dark Almond. And I'm just going to go ahead and bronze all of the areas that would normally get sun exposure for that nice natural sun-kissed look. Once again, I left this whole segment in regular speed, so you can just go ahead and see how quickly I can get through it. On average, I'm usually about 30 seconds or less doing blush, bronzer, and highlighter. So next, I'm going in with highlighter, and here I'm using Colair Opalescent shade Shine On You. And I'm just highlighting the high points of my face, of course, down the bridge of my nose. I'll give a little to the Cupid's bow and to the chin, forehead, and then top the rest off on the neck and chest. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and comb through my brows just to get any excess product off of them before I go in and airbrush my brows. So here I'm taking Dinair Color Brow Shade in the shade Umber and the 8C Stencil. And I'm just going to go ahead and lightly fill in my brows like so. As you can see, I'm moving relatively fast through the brow. This is at my regular speed, and I just like to go ahead and do a light shaping and a light fill. This gives me the most natural look and appearance. I will have a brow how-to in-depth tutorial coming very soon, so make sure to go ahead and keep your eyes out for that if brows is a topic of concern for you when using airbrush makeup. As you can see, there's a lot of back and forth with my brows just because, you know, they're more like sisters, not twins. So I do have to shape them a little bit differently, and I don't want them too harsh or too defined. I want to keep them as natural as possible. Alright, so this is my skin. Yes, concealed, covered. Definitely a lot more wearable than what it was looking like before. Much happier. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and work on the eyes. So I'm going to start off taking Dinair Glamour shade Sepia and just applying that to the crease area. This is more like the transition crease area. I kept the eyeshadow in real time so you can go ahead and see how quick it is. Then I'm going to go in with Colair Opalescent shade Cleo and just apply that to the mid-lid like so, blending it up to the transition crease area. Just giving it a nice dusting over the mid-lid toward the outer corner of the lid, like such. And such. Then I'm going to go in with Island Sands. This is also a Colair Opalescent shade, and I'm going to go ahead and kiss the tear duct and blend that in toward the inner corner of the lid into that Cleo on the mid-lid. Just for a brightening effect, a little gradient action going on for some dimension. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with Shimmer shade Emerald Green and just apply that in a C-shaped motion closer to the lash line in the middle of the lid, and then C-shaping it up toward the transition crease area. I'm just creating another layer of dimension just by changing the undertone a bit. I do want to have that green tone for this look. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the lower lash line, just using the curved end of the brow stencil to go ahead and protect the under eye area. Then I'm going to go back in with Cleo and just airbrush on top of that emerald green, just in the center of the lid so that everything flows nicely across the lid. Then I'm going to go and deepen the outer corner using the Glamour shade Cocoa and just apply it to the outer corner of the eyelid, kind of kissing the outer V and then blending it up toward the natural fold and the end area of the transition crease, if that makes sense. You'll see where I'm applying it. Like, you could see it. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag that down to the lower lash line, just like so, just for some cohesion. Alright, next is liner, and I'm taking Dinair Glamour Jet Black, and I believe I am using the Cat Eye and Stencil, so I'm just going to go ahead and line the eye like so. I have in-depth how to do eyeliner tutorials here on my channel. They are a little bit older, and I do plan to go ahead and give you an updated version very soon. So once again, stay tuned for that. But I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my eyeliner like so. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I love this lash curler. I picked it up at Sephora. And then I'm going to coat my lashes with some mascara. And once I'm done with mascara, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the lips. And here I'm just taking Milani Color Statement Lip Liner. Forgot to sharpen it there. This is a shade Spice. And I'm going to go ahead and line and fill in the lips like so. Okay, once I feel like I have a really good fill, I'm going to go ahead and dip into Dose of Colors Gloss. And this is the shade Almond Butter. Alright, so this is the finished look. It is very fall-esque. We have that pop of green hue coming forth amongst the bronzy tones. We have a very nice, light, wearable, blown out eye. I absolutely love how it turned out. It's super soft. It's glam, but at the same time, still perfect for that everyday wear. The skin looks absolutely beautiful and flawless. I'm definitely more comfortable going out like this with all that action that I have going on my skin right now. Hopefully all that stuff stuff goes away very soon so I can get back to wearing my No Skin But Better routine. But until then, your girl has to get a little bit more toward that medium full coverage just to go ahead and cover it up. But even at that, with the airbrush makeup, it doesn't look heavy. It definitely doesn't feel heavy. It feels great, lightweight on the skin, and it looks really nice and smooth and still pretty natural for that no makeup kind of look. All right, loves, that is about it for this video. I'm not going to go ahead and ramble on anymore. I hope you found this video inspiring and entertaining. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to go ahead and make it to the end, listen to my little spiel, see the final look and all that good stuff. I really do appreciate the time that you're taking, and I really do appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for being here. Now, we have been playing an emoji comment game in the past few videos, and it really does make my day to see the emojis popping up. So for today's video, please leave a green heart emoji for me. I've been very inspired by green. Green is actually my favorite color, so with the fall season, seeing the last of the green tones and just trying to incorporate green into my routine really has me inspired to go ahead and create and be a little bit more creative with my makeup. So that being said, if you did make it to the end of the video, don't forget to comment that little green emoji. If you plan to comment, there's no pressure, of course. And if you're watching from a PC, just put hearts, just the word hearts, because we all need a little bit of love. We need a little compassion in these times, especially this time of year. So let's just go ahead and give love, compassion, share kindness, because kindness is contagious, okay? Let's just go ahead and try our best to put smiles on other people's faces. All right, loves, thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.